So good evening, everyone. Welcome to ATC Studios, Fridays at the Studio. We are very pleased that you are joining us this evening. I am Kathleen Kelly, the Artistic Director of ATC Studios. ATC is dedicated to nurturing the creative spirit in everyone. And prior to COVID, we would provide live forums to playwrights and screenwriters to get their work read and receive feedback from those in attendance. Since April of 2020, we have moved that process to Zoom, and we are so excited to be including you all in the playwrights processes. Thank you for being here. We are offering as many free programs as we can right now, and Fridays at the Studio is one of them. And if you'd like to be kept up to date with all of our offerings, including our online classes, our regular classes, please do subscribe to the newsletter. And you can find the mailing list link on our website right under the About Us tab. ATC is a 501c3. And so we humbly ask that if you can possibly donate to ATC any amount, please do. These programs are free of charge, but we do appreciate any donations that you can send our way. And the fastest way to do that is through Venmo at ATC Studios, or you can go right to our website, and right there on the home page, there is a donate button. If you require a special note for your tax purposes, we are more than happy to provide that. Just shoot us an email. And right now, I am going to bring on Michael Susko to continue the introduction for our play this evening, Fuck, Marry, Kill. Michael?
He said fuck.
I said it.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I am Michael Susko, and I am here this evening with Tara Haight, Jeff Pruitt, and Andy Young. Just a little bit about the play. About a year ago, I reached out to the three actors who I have had the pleasure of working with in the past, and I love these three people. And I just said, I want to write something. I want to write it with you in mind, and I don't know what it is, but are you game? They all said yes, and so we started to meet once a week, and we started to put something together, which is now Fuck, Marry, Kill, and what you're going to see tonight. What you're seeing is actually, you are the first people to hear the play. So we're excited to share it with you. Thank you for being here. The play is about an hour 40, no intermission. So thank you again. And without further ado, I'm going to turn off my video and we're gonna get started. So again, thank you. And this is Fuck, Marry, Kill. As the audience enters, Handel's water music plays. It should be incorporated throughout the play. The house lights dim. Prologue, make the introductions. Lights fade up on Olivia, Jason, and Sammy, lit from above in their own separate lights. They are dressed very professionally in impeccably tailored business suits and address the audience.
有马卡里斯塔西正言身边，我们可以保证为您提供西洋是为是是这是这是他地方联系是了的工具。
Thank you, Sammy. Now, before we wrap things up, on behalf of our entire team, Jason Tomaso,
Sammy Morrison,
And our project coordinator, Olivia McAllister.
we want to thank you for sharing your valuable time and hearing what the McAllister Group can do for you.
because we know you, the Shinway organization, deserves only one thing.
The best.
And that is why we stand in front of you today.
We are confident that every detail we have presented to you
Will fulfill every dream you have for the future of your company.
Because here at the McAllister Group, we only sell one thing.
trust.
And that's something the three of us can speak from personal experience.
Because not only are we passionate, driven colleagues in advertising,
We're also best friends in life.
So we know what it's like to be there for each other,
holding each other up.
supporting each other's goals.
And we can guarantee we will always be there for you.
So, as you make your final decision on our proposal,
Don't think of this as a business transaction.
Think of us as three new trusted friends.
Who would do anything for you and your organization?
Because when you take a giant leap into the unknown, who else can you trust but your best friend?
Shay Shay.
Lights fade. Scene 1. Know your objective. Lights transition to an Upper East Side penthouse apartment. Very white, very modern. Floor-to-ceiling windows with a stunning night view of Manhattan. Expensive art on the walls, expensive liquor on the bar. At Rise, Sammy is looking out the window with a champagne glass in her hand. Jason is going through ties in a drawer.
Your view from up here is spectacular. I wonder if this is what God feels like when he looks down at all of us little people.
Well, I don't think God, if there even is a God, thinks too much about the little people.
No, think about it. All those moving dots down there are actually tiny specks of humanity, living and breathing and fighting and dying. This city is one giant fucking ant farm.
What the hell are you talking about?
Out there, look at it. All the haves and haves not working together in unison.
It's called survival.
But what I'm asking, is this God's plan, or do we just fall into position like ants, where one lucky gal gets to be the queen and the other suckers have to be the minions?
Well, what about the suckers like us who were born have-nots and spent their entire lives clawing their way to the top so they could be reborn as haves?
I never thought of it that way.
I, for one, finally have a view, and I intend to keep it.
Yes, for a poor boy from Patterson, you've done quite well for yourself.
What about you, Miss World Traveler?
No, I'm like a cat. I always land on my feet. This apartment is gorgeous, by the way. When did you redecorate?
It's all Olivia.
I never thought of you as the kept man type.
I am not kept. We just... Olivia was already settled here. I mean, why put your money in New York real estate when you can use it for better things like alimony and child support?
You're the one who stuck it in.
Shut up. Which tie do you prefer?
The red. Hey, why are your ties in the living room?
Olivia had all her drawers filled in when I moved in, and there wasn't any room for my stuff. I'm all over the place. Are you sure you don't like the blue?
If you'd married a girl, maybe you get a drawer or two. The red shows power.
But I think the blue sends the message that I'm reliable, confident, and trustworthy.
But the red says, I own all of you trusty motherfuckers. And at dinner, you need to show everyone that you're forced to be reckoned with.
What if we skip the tie? I mean, this says I'm approachable, yet confident.
I'll buy that.
Done. They don't call me the closer for nothing.
Who the hell calls you that?
Everyone at McAllister.
I've never heard that, and I haven't heard it. Those words were never spoken.
Are you calling me a liar?
Did I say that?
Why do you have to always answer every question with a question?
Because it keeps me in neutral territory?
What if I don't always want you to be in neutral territory?
Well, you know me, always putting business before personal. It's my biggest personal flaw. There, you're perfect now. So talk to me. How are you and Olivia doing? Personally, I mean.
We live together, don't we?
Oh, nice dodge, closer man.
There's nothing to talk about. Olivia and I are fine. In fact, Olivia and I are great.
Jason takes a ring box out of his jacket pocket and opens it, revealing a large diamond ring.
Get the hell out of here.
You think she'll like it?
I think this is what sank the Titanic. Shit, look, if she doesn't want it, I know an African queen that would be happy to turn it into a fabulous crown. How did I not know about this?
You must be losing your touch.
Bullshit. This wasn't planned, was it?
I've been thinking about it for a while.
Jason, don't lie to me.
It's all a part of the master plan.
What plan?
I want it all, don't you? I mean, money, family, career, and God help me, or God help anyone who gets in my way.
Be careful of what you wish for. And are you thinking about popping the question when?
Tonight?
At dinner? In front of the entire firm? Oh yeah, that's romantic.
Well, what would you do?
What the hell do I know about proposal? I scare every man away that comes within 5 feet of me.
Look, I need to do this right. I already have one ex-wife on the payroll, and I can't afford to screw up again.
That sounds more like a business transaction.
No, I love Olivia, but I also have to think of my kids.
I get it. You want everything, the wife, the kids, the white picket penthouse. So mind your P's and Q's. Be the awesome man that I know you are, and please refrain from anything stupid.
Daddy, would you please stop talking to me like I'm a toddler?
Here she comes, not a word about the ring.
And stop comparing me to mother. You know I hate that.
I don't kiss and tell.
Olivia enters, impeccably dressed for the evening. She is on her phone.
All right, then just promise that you'll hear me out, okay? Yes, Sammy and Jason are right here.
Hello, Mr. McAllister.
We're heading out soon. I'm hanging up.
Girl, look at you. You're slaying.
Oh, this whole thing?
I was starting to wonder if you were ever coming down.
Oh, none of this happens by accident.
Well, you look very beautiful. Am I the luckiest guy in New York or what? Is everything all right?
If my father had his wish, I would be upstairs, dipped in bronze, never to see the light of day.
Oh, no. What did the boss man want now?
There's been a change of plans. My father would now like to see the three of us alone this evening.
Well, shit. I thought this was going to be a drunken celebration.
Well, now it would appear it's something else.
Did he give any hints?
Daddy doesn't give hints, he gives ulcers. So what did I miss?
Olivia, you've heard me called the closer, right?
The closer.
What did I say?
Yes, you have. Come on. You're the gatekeeper, Sammy's the destroyer, and I am the closer.
Oh, I like that. The destroyer.
And I'm the gatekeeper.
Yeah, you know, like the hostess of the group.
P's and Q's, Jason. P's and Q's.
You know what I mean?
No, you just called Sammy the destroyer and me Susie homemaker.
No, that's not what I meant.
Jason, why don't you get this beautiful woman a drink so that she can catch up?
Good idea.
I'm on it.
Are you not going to put on a tie?
You don't like this? I was thinking business casual.
Daddy's not the casual sort.
It's just dinner.
With my father.
I know, but Liv, I kind of like it. He looks professional, yet approachable.
Whose side are you on?
You two and your sides. What is this? Palestine?
Jason, please. You know what my father is like.
We all know who's the king of the kingdom. All right, now, before we do anything else, how about we toast to a very successful day?
Jason hands Olivia a glass and puts on his red power tie.
I'm the hostess. Shouldn't I be passing hors d'oeuvres?
Oh my God, let it go. You are smart. You are talented. You are the most beautiful princess on the island of Manhattan.
We better marry him before somebody else does.
Does the princess approve?
Thank you.
Now, if you two lovebirds are finished, I'd like to make a toast.
No, allow me. Raise your glasses, because today we achieved the impossible when our pitch to the Shenway organization landed the McAllister Group its largest account in the company's 40-year history. So let's drink up because we fucking did it.
Oh, chin, bitches!
Oh, Sam, I want to be you when I grow up. I cannot believe the shit you get away with.
What did I do?
When you stopped at the door on our way out and you turned and said, "If you gentlemen turn down any of our ideas, you will return to your country in disgrace with your tiny little dicks hanging in shame." Boom!
Yeah, seriously, Sam, I almost shit myself.
And yet nobody in the room blinked an eye. What does that say?
It says you dazzle them with your brilliance.
Or that they're men and weren't listening to the woman anyway.
Ah, fuck him. We already cashed a check. So when are we expected to your father's summit? I'm starving.
Can I at least catch up?
Oh, be my guest. But if we're gonna sit here while my stomach eats itself from the inside, Jason, be a dear and fetch another bottle of bubbly. The destroyer is thirsty, and we already had our first dead soldier here.
I live to serve.
Jason
Oh.
exits.
And bring some crackers. Congratulations, girl. Floor of lives officially about to change as of today.
Did you have any doubts?
Look, when testosterone is involved, I always have doubts.
Did you hear that crap? I'm the closer, bitch. Get me my slippers. Some days I want to slap him back to Jersey.
Don't let him push your buttons. He loves you.
Yeah, but he listens to you. Why is that?
I think the only reason he listens to me because he wants to hear his own opinion an octave higher.
You and I both know he couldn't have landed that account without the two of us.
Is everything okay? With Jason, I mean.
Unless you know something I don't know.
No, nobody ever tells me anything.
We're fine. It's just... Okay, if I tell you something, can you keep it between the two of us?
I live for secrets.
After our pitch, I overheard my father talking to Stan.
Toupee Stan or Stan, the one who smells like feet?
Feet. And it would appear that we went over big today.
Now tell me something I don't know.
Okay, well, we were so big, in fact, that Winston Hart's vacant partnership may now be in play.
I was told they were holding off on that until the next quarter.
By whom?
I hear things too. And even if you're right, there are plenty of men in front of us who already have their eyes on that corner office.
Exactly. This is a once in a generation shift. So here's what I'm thinking. Maybe after today's home run, Daddy might be amenable to one of us, you know.
So this dinner was just downgraded from Bacchanal to business interview?
No, not an interview.
Because I don't do interviews.
Think of this as dinner with an agenda.
Olivia, you know I love you. So instead of beating around the bush about beating around the damn bush, just come out and say what you're trying to say.
I need your help.
Oh, that's better. Go on.
We are the only two women on the 49th floor.
Mm-hmm.
Jason's going to climb because that's what he does. And I think we deserve more.
I sure as hell know I do.
Exactly. And if you and I want to move up, we need to stick together. Otherwise, we're going to get steamrolled by the men.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Your father may or may not be looking for a new partner. The mystery dinner is where you want to make your move. And you want us to hide this from the third member of our team in order to give us an advantage?
I'm just saying, if Jason thinks it's business, he will make the entire evening about himself. Come on, we deserve this.
Liv, this puts me in a really awkward position. What if we just keep things fair and let the best woman win?
Oh, great. I live with a man who turns everything into an Olympic sport, and now you want to compete with me too. Okay.
Girl, this is not a competition, it's business. And if there's a promotion involved, don't you think I would like to be a part of that conversation? Or did you want me to help? You want my help for Team Women when you're really talking about Team Olivia?
The pie is big enough for each of us to have a piece.
It all depends on the appetite, and you know those boys don't share their toys.
Which is why I'm saying let's keep it between us.
Jason enters with a bottle of champagne.
Someone ask for more champagne? What are you two mumbling about?
Oh, Olivia and I, we were just chatting, you know, girl talk.
Oh my God, no matter where I turn, I'm surrounded by estrogen.
Oh, Jason, how are your two daughters doing?
They are perfection personified.
Oh, I like that. How old are they now? 9 and 14?
4 and 7.
Oh, yes, 4 and 7. Oh, great age.
What brought this up?
I don't know. You've been working so much.
No argument there.
It's called a living.
Yes, but with all this work, aren't you afraid you're going to miss something like birthdays and I don't know, tooth fairies?
I'm a good dad.
Who said you weren't?
Who pays through the nose to put a roof over their head?
Okay, you're the father of the year.
Should I wish my father cared about me half as much?
No, please. Your father's Whitney McAllister. When have you ever wanted for anything?
How about, I don't know, love? Or at the very least, some kind of acknowledgement that I'm any more than my last name.
Nobody thinks that.
Everybody thinks that. I hear the whispers.
Babe, stop. You're great at what you do, and your father has your best interests in mind.
Can we please just go to dinner?
I don't want you going out upset.
Then stop with the passive aggressive shit.
What did I do?
You're the hostess. I'm the pro. I had to work my way up from the bottom while you've inherited everything. We get it.
What do you want me to do?
How about treating me the way you treat Sammy? I would be fine with that.
Don't put me in the middle of this.
I don't treat Sammy any differently than I treat you.
That is not true. You treat her as a colleague, one of the guys. You treat me like a wife.
And what's wrong with that? I happen to love you.
Okay, what if I don't want to be a wife?
Sammy, could we have a minute?
Don't you think we should go to dinner?
After I've had a word with Olivia. Please.
Sam, it's fine. It'll just be a minute.
You know what? I think I need to go to the loo. P's and Q's.
What the hell is going on?
Nothing is going on.
If you're mad about something, I mean...
Who says I'm mad?
When you get upset, your forehead crinkles just like that.
Okay, I'm mad. You know how I get when you push my buttons.
So now I push.
Yes.
I promise I'll stop pushing if you'll stop crinkling. It causes wrinkles.
I'm serious, Jason. I know how ambitious you are. I can respect that, but I have goals of my own.
Okay, so what do you want me to do? You want me to stop being me?
Like that would ever happen.
Look, I thought we agreed that once I'm settled, we can focus on you.
If I remember clearly, that's what you told me we were going to do.
Well, I think that's what's best for us. Please believe that.
All I ask is you don't underestimate me.
I know things have been crazy lately, but we're winners today. I mean, things can only get better from here on out. I promise. Let's just go talk with your father, have a nice dinner on him, and then we can chat about it later tonight. Deal?
Deal.
And that is why they call me the closer.
Yeah, that must be it.
I love you.
They kiss. Sammy re-enters.
Beautiful. A man and a woman in love. That's what I like to see. Now can we please go? I'm about to eat my shoes and I paid far too much money for them to be an appetizer.
Yes. Let's get the hell out of here and show my father what a true partnership really looks like.
Team McAllister.
Oh, look out, world. We're coming for you.
Lock the door, Jason.
Yeah. I forgot my keys. I'll meet you down in the lobby.
Don't make us wait too long. I'm starving.
And she has killed for less.
Let's go.
Olivia and Sammy exit. Jason pulls his phone out of his pocket and dials. He checks the door that the ladies have already gone down to the cab. He is fingering the ring.
Mr. McAllister. Yeah, I'm sorry. Dad. Yes, we're on our way to the restaurant right now. No, I didn't discuss it with him. Well, I thought it would be coming better from your mouth. Yes, well, I appreciate that. Well, nothing pleases me more than you thinking I'd be a good partner for the company. We can discuss all that at dinner. Okay. I'll see you soon, Dad.
He puts the ring in his pocket and exits, closing and locking the door. Scene 2, leading with the result. Sound of keys in the door. Olivia enters the apartment and throws her keys and purse down. She is clearly angry. Jason follows. Olivia exits to the bedroom. Jason pours himself another drink.
Come on, babe. I mean, are you going to be pissed at me for the rest of the evening? How did I know that was going to go down tonight? Why are you so mad? This is great news. Today's presentation puts me in a totally new category in your father's eyes. Partner. Holy shit. You know how hard I've worked for this? This is my time. I wonder if I'll get Winston's glass-walled office that looks out over the east side. And with the new salary that comes with it, I could totally spoil my girls. Olivia, calm down, please. We've got to celebrate. Olivia.
Olivia enters. She has changed into her pajamas for the night.
Have a drink with me?
I've had enough for one night.
Then just humor me and hold the glass.
Why didn't you say anything to us on the way over to the restaurant?
Olivia pours herself a hefty scotch, and she will proceed to do more than just hold the glass.
What could I have said?
Maybe that you had already had the partner conversation with my father after our presentation, and that you and he chose to discuss it tonight with Sammy and I sitting there like deer in oncoming traffic.
No. We wanted to talk it out with the team, and the team was all there. You're making a bigger deal out of this than it actually is.
You couldn't have given me a heads up? For God's sake, do you know how embarrassing it is to have been kept in the dark and the two players doing the hiding are my father and my lover?
Is that what you call me? Your lover? Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Why don't you come over here, lover?
Don't try to be nice to me right now. I'm still angry.
You're telling me that you didn't have any idea that this was a possibility.
I'm telling you that I think you could have shared your information.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to get my hopes up.
But now?
I think it's in the bag.
No. Did you not hear my father? The board has the final decision, and we each get to make a pitch for this position. This isn't a done deal.
I have been a faithful servant to this company, which puts me in the best position.
You aren't the only member of this team.
Hear me out. I've thought about that. Sammy can play the diversity card, which could be problematic for me. I mean, I can't compete with that. But I can proudly stand on my record and total dedication.
If you think Sammy wants to be a checked box, you've lost your mind.
I'm not knocking Sammy. I love Sammy, but come on. I'm the family man. I mean, that has to count for something. Besides, Sammy's a nomad. She gets bored easily. And then when she does, someone's going to scoop her up and she'll be off running the world somewhere else.
Wait. I'm a little confused as to why you seem to think it's only between you and Sammy. What if I want to be partner?
Who? You.
I'm the third part of that team.
Well, of course you are, but are you really ready for this? I mean, they play hardball on the 49th floor.
Oh, wow. You really weren't kidding when you designated me the hostess. How do you even think we landed the Shenway account? Me. I brought them in.
And no one is denying that.
I called them. I enticed them. I set the trap that got them to the fucking table so Sammy could be the destroyer and you could be the closer. Fuck hostess. I'm the hunter. If not for me, you'd both be starving.
Do you know how hot you are when you're angry?
Jason, you are not listening to me.
Olivia, I love you, but think realistically. How would it look if the boss's daughter got the job? I mean, optics are everything. And would you want to feel like you were only hired for your last name?
I would want to feel like I got the job because I was the project coordinator, and I'm surely a hell of a lot smarter than half the Neanderthals that wander the halls of that fucking building.
You've certainly got better legs and a nicer neck and shoulders and...
Jason, humor me for a minute.
Oh, I'm gonna need a lot more than a minute.
Stop it. Let's imagine if I got the position.
I don't want to talk about work. I'd rather talk about what I'm about to do to you when I get you upstairs.
Imagine it, or you'll have zero to talk about. Close your eyes. If I'm promoted to partner, I can make sure we always have the best accounts. I can guarantee whatever salary you want. Sky's the limit. I could get us a bigger penthouse with an elevator that opens right into the apartment.
You can do all of that now.
Okay, we could get married. I know you want that. And together we could provide for your daughters. And if you want, we could lawyer up and sue for full custody. You would have them every day instead of every other weekend. This could be the life you always dreamed of. My way, nobody loses.
Wow. That was very well thought out. Did you even rehearse that?
No, what?
Is this why you don't want to get married? You were waiting for the perfect moment so you could use it to blackmail me?
I'm sorry, you think this is blackmail?
And you have some goddamn nerve bringing my kids into this.
You never shut up about what you can do for those girls. I'm saying I can help.
I don't want your help. I want to do this on my own.
So do I.
Olivia, listen to me. Look, I love you, and I don't want to see you get humiliated when it becomes abundantly obvious that you are in way over your head.
Abundantly obvious.
Yeah.
What the hell, Jason? Who's the one with 2 degrees?
Who's the one who was working his ass off while you were getting your fancy diplomas?
I'm a McAllister. This is my legacy.
Oh, and there it is. God, I knew that was going to come out flying at my face. The McAllister legacy card.
Look, you can't fight reality.
So what? You want me to bow down to the queen and give up because you want to be next in line to daddy's throne?
Jason, you knew who I was when you met me. Do not forget, I will always be a McAllister.
Is that a threat?
Is that what you read into that? Trust me, if I wanted to threaten you, I would do a much better job.
You would take food out of my kids' mouths when the truth is you don't need any of this. This is all just about your ego.
God, you are not. You know what? I'm not doing this. When you're ready to have a conversation, we can have one. Until then, you can pound your own fucking chest alone.
Olivia finishes her drink and exits.
Oh, come on, Olivia. Hey, you're the one who wants to talk business, but when the heat gets turned up, you turn and run. That's bullshit. You have to be ready for all the slings and arrows that are going to be coming your way right at your head. And this is my point. If you can't take it here in front of me, there's no way you're going to handle all those guys in the office.
Olivia enters with a pillow and a blanket and throws them at him.
Oh, you are not making me sleep out here tonight.
It will give you a little time to think about what a misogynistic, self-entitled prick you are.
I'm entitled.
Get comfortable. You're going to be out here for a while. Oh, and my apologies. The hostess didn't turn down your bed or leave a mint on your motherfucking pillow. Good night, closer.
Oh, come on, Olivia.
Olivia exits, sound of door slam.
God, women.
Jason paces furiously, slams his glass. The shards fly everywhere. He is cut. He attempts to pour another drink whilst trying to stop the bleeding, but he's making a mess everywhere. He steps on the glass and cuts his foot.
God damn it.
Limping, he grabs the bottle, sits down on the couch, picks up his cell phone, dials. Scene 3, identify your target audience. Sammy enters. She is having a nightcap and is looking out onto the river in her West Village townhouse. Phone rings.
Hey, it's me.
Missing me already?
I know it's late, but before you think too much about it, just tell me, who do you think it's going to be?
Where's Olivia?
In bed,
Where are you?
living room.
What'd you do?
You still drinking too?
I'm having a nightcap. What did you do?
All I said was that I really think I've earned this promotion, and I don't see the big deal in that.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking about my kids. This could be something that could really impact their lives, and yet she can't see far enough past her jewel-encrusted tower to consider that. She's just pissed off because Daddy hasn't given her the crown. Boo, fucking boo.
Maybe if you talk to her instead of at her.
Look, you know how she gets sometimes. My God, her sense of entitlement. It's actually quite impressive.
No, she's the boss's daughter.
So what? I'm supposed to just let her have it because her name's on the building? I'm just saying it would be nice for her to consider what this could do for me.
As much as you want to, the world does not revolve around Jason Tomaso.
I never said that. Okay, what about you? Born in Africa, you lived on 4 continents, your parents work for Doctors Without Borders, you speak 4 languages when I barely speak 1. Shit, you're as deserving as any woman I know.
You know what your problem is? Without you even trying, you talk down to women in your orbit, and then you expect us to take it.
How was I talking down to you? I was just celebrating you. Okay, fine. Let's say it was you who gets the promotion. What would you do? What would you change? Surely you've thought about it.
Maybe I have, maybe I haven't.
I just want to know where you stand.
I stand on getting a great promotion. Where else would I stand?
Right, because you're ready. And I think we should work together to make sure that Olivia understands she is not ready.
Because God forbid your future wife has more power than you.
I'm looking out for her. I mean, if she could just see that, she could take a step back and let one of us get the promotion. I mean, she doesn't need it. It's already a McAllister.
Tread very lightly.
I just know in my gut, choosing her would be a mistake.
And why should I care what you think?
Because I think this would be a good opportunity for us.
Us?
You and me.
There's an us? That's interesting.
I'm just saying, wouldn't it be beneficial if we worked together on this? The closer and the destroyer.
Jason, go to bed. It's late and you're talking out of your ass.
Can't. Too wound up.
I think we all need to absorb and reflect what was
Sammy,
said tonight. No! The you part of us is talking shit, and S as in Sammy, who is about to finish her nap cap and go to bed. Let us get some rest and we can talk tomorrow.
Hey, are you shutting us down?
I am shutting you down.
You ever wonder how things might be different if I hadn't ended up here?
What are you talking about?
I'm just thinking, you know, how different things might have been if I'd ended up with you instead of... You ever think about it?
I think about it, but I only think about it.
Those were good times.
What we have now is good, Jason. And dredging out what was or what could have been will only pollute the waters. Go to bed, please.
All right, Sammy, Miami. I'm going to go to bed. But first, I'm going to drink a fuck ton of water, and then and only then shall I go to sleep.
Good boy.
Thanks for the chat. You know, listening to me babble. Best.
Good night. Jason, what are you doing?
She drinks the last of her nightcap and turns out the lights. With a jolt, like an electric surge, we immediately transition to the boardroom. The place has an energy all its own. Bright white lights, nowhere to hide. The audience is now the board. Olivia enters. She holds a remote from which she will run a very slick PowerPoint presentation.
Gentlemen and lady of the board, you may be wondering what Olivia McAllister is doing in front of you today. Most of you are probably accustomed to seeing a pretty little child before you whose main job is to smile, keep you laughing, make you believe your old, tired, disgusting jokes are actually funny. But time marches on, and now it's time to appreciate the evolution of that little girl. Olivia McAllister has grown up. I am here before you because I have a plan for this company. In the past, we have been innovative, perhaps daring here and there, but have we ever been, as a company, competitive? No, absolutely not. I want us to be leaders, to create trends, push the envelope, challenge the norms, and tear through comfort zones. We need fresh blood to bring us out of the Don Draper era. And I'm the bloodhound to get the job done. We all know an effective leader doesn't do things alone. No, an effective leader puts all the little pieces in their proper place to ensure the empire's pulse beats strong. And that leader knows when to lie in wait, when to mobilize, and when to attack. As partner, I will make sure the trio that you have taken such pride in continues to excel. Jason Tomaso, who has worked here from the ground up, as you have no doubt heard countless times from his own mouth. I know him, and I know his tactics. He will be promoted to head of our creative department. He will mold our best and brightest, like a lion teaching the pride's cubs how to hunt. He knows what it takes to make each piece run with precision, and anyone with him as a mentor will be unstoppable. As we grow, the US market is no longer enough. This world will soon be conquered when our new McAllister Group International opens in Dubai, where not even the sky is the limit. I will assign Sammy Morrison, with her extensive worldwide experience, as our new international branch head. There, our clients will experience being royalty. Her cultural experiences give her a unique edge. Why? Because, unlike the rest of you, she understands the world and thus can navigate clients with such finesse they don't even know they've been caught in her web. That is, until they're wrapped in her silk so tightly, their only choice is to say yes or wither up and die. Now, I respect my father's legacy, and I respect it too much to allow it to babble like a brook into oblivion. We can only get so far if we live in the past. I was recently called a hostess of my team in my own house. And this made me realize that none of you have any idea with whom you're dealing. No idea what I am capable of. You know exactly what I'm talking about, Mrs. Jordan. You too thought you were an accomplished, successful businesswoman who fought her way into the room with the big boys. And you and I also know you found the reality doesn't quite exactly live up to your expectations. Old habits die hard. I think it is high time that changes. This woman will not sit in the passenger seat anymore. And if my statements have caused you to be uncomfortable, angry, defensive, you're hearing me, possibly for the first time. This is exactly what advertising agencies are supposed to do, to make you listen. I assure you, with me at the top, this company no longer has a decorative hood ornament. This company has a pit viper coiled in its engine. And she's ready for you to floor the gas and let her strike.
Blackout. Olivia exits. Jason steps into a light.
Good morning, Mr. McAllister. I'm sorry, Dad. No, I didn't get the chance. Yes, I do appreciate everything you're doing for us, but the timing was just off last night. Just give me a couple more days. I can handle Olivia. No, of course, I want the promotion. And yes, I understand time is of the essence. Yes, sir. I won't let you down.
Blackout. Scene 4, consumer connection. Olivia is in her own light. She dials the phone and finishes getting dressed while she speaks.
Sammy, it's Olivia. Are you up? Good. Meet me for breakfast down on the corner in 10. Great. See you soon.
She hangs up and enters the cafe. She sits down at the table. On the table is Sammy's coffee and a half grapefruit for each. She seems a bit nervous and perhaps agitated. She fidgets with her coffee cup. Her phone rings. She looks at the screen, turns off the ringer, and turns the phone over. Sammy enters.
What is this? Half of a grapefruit? You call this breakfast? How are you still alive? Power breakfast, please. Egg poached, crispy bacon, half portion of hash brown well toast, and whole wheat toast.
Where do you put all that and still function? I'd be in a coma.
That's our excuse for a meal. How are you not in a coma? Where's Jason?
It's just us.
Oh, what's going on? You had him sleep on the couch last night.
How did you know?
How do you think? He calls me when he's in distress.
Oh, God, what distress. He came home and started doing victory laps.
Oh, there were clearly some espionage during the evening.
Okay, so it wasn't just me. You saw it too.
Jason and your father sat at opposite ends of the table. It was like we're at the US Open and my neck hurts from watching them give low compliments back and forth and back and forth.
I told you.
Yes, you did. Partner is indeed in play.
Which is why I wanted to talk to you before we went to the office.
Now, it's funny, when you first brought up your little scheme, I admit I was a bit shocked. Prim and proper Olivia making backroom deals? But after we were completely ignored last night, I'm now thinking we need to make a plan.
I already did.
When?
Last night, I didn't sleep. How does this sound? If I move into the partnership, we can finally shift the dynamics on 49. I can open up an office abroad that you alone control, and I will have some leverage to keep the boys on a short leash. Between the two of us, we can conquer the world.
Okay, hold on for a second, because I'm a bit confused. You have already planned out your ascension and made decisions for me without asking me if it's something that I might want?
I just thought because you're the most international of all of us that...
So you want to deport me? Tell me how that works.
Wait, deport? No. You've always wanted to be your own boss.
Yes, I would like to be I would be a great boss here in New York. Can you imagine what it would mean for the company if I were given the opportunity?
I didn't think you even cared about this.
Yeah, honey, you don't think. That's something you and Jason have in common. You should work on that. I don't roll over and play dead for anyone.
Look, it's the McAllister Group. You have to know that matters.
Yes, your name. You really need to make up your mind about that.
Make up what?
Yesterday, you were crying you want to be more than your name, and today you're using that very name to justify your shady tactics. Which is it?
Can you at least see where I'm coming from?
Oh, give me some credit. I see everything, and I see this opportunity very differently. If I become partner, I could make real change happen. And I have far more global connections. I know the nuances of international business and nothing scares me. I am the total package.
Why can't you just let me help you? I know what I'm doing.
I expect this from Jason, but you? I didn't see this train coming.
I don't understand what you and Jason don't get about this. I mean, the title hardly matters to you two. It's just a fucking word. I mean, Sammy, you can go anywhere. Shit, I'd work for you. But this position means everything to me. It's my family. It's mine.
I remember the first time I saw you, we were a freshman at Wellesley. And I came knocking your dorm room looking for a hammer. And you were there sitting on your bed in tears. The second you saw me, You grabbed hold and wouldn't stop crying. And all I wanted was a hammer. You were hysterical because it was your first time away and you didn't know how to use a coffee maker. You were crying because you couldn't make a goddamn cup of coffee. What did I do? I wiped your tears and told you that I will show you how, and everything will be okay. And I've had your back ever since, until now.
What do you mean by that?
You want to know what I really think?
That's why we're here.
Your ego will be your downfall.
What does that mean?
You're too busy looking at yourself that you don't see the shit that's about to hit the fan and spatter on your pristine walls. And I'm going to sit back and let it happen. And when it's over, I will look across the battlefield, see the carnage, and without blinking, I will step over the mangled bodies and claim my prize.
It doesn't have to be like this.
But it is. You're right about one thing.
What's that?
Last night after dinner, I didn't really care. I thought, let Jason have it. He's got a family. But now, seeing how much you both underestimate me,
What did Jason tell you?
enough to know that I want that hat. Enough to know I want my hat in the ring because I can play the game better than the both of you.
You think this is a game?
I hope you're ready to play with the big boys because it's on now. And may the best woman win. And I assure you, she will.
Sammy gets up from the table and exits, leaving Olivia alone in the diner. With a jolt like an electric surge, we immediately transition back to the boardroom. Jason addresses the audience as if they were the board. Jason's pitch.
Good afternoon. I see that with Mr. Hart's vacancy, this morning's pastries have survived past 11 a.m. My compliments to the rest of you. First of all, I just want to thank you for your precious time, of which I promise to take very little. I was 18 when I first walked through the doors downstairs, back before the lobby had undergone its facelift, before digital key cards granted access to the elevators. You guys remember pushing buttons? I was green, in over my head, completely lost at sea, answering phones, running coffees, messing up schedules, certain I was going to be fired every day. But I kept coming in. I kept learning. And it was in this very room where I made my first pitch. It was a rainy Friday afternoon, and the pitch was to Dow Chemical. My hands were sweaty and shaky, and I was only 21 years old. We closed later that day. So much has happened then, but you never forget that feeling, right? That rush of adrenaline, knowing that you're about to close, knowing you've got them right where you want them. God, I love this job. Now today, the pitch is a little bit different. I'm not selling McAllister Group to you. I'm selling myself to McAllister Group. I didn't bring any smoke and mirrors, no slides or PowerPoint. Both of you, all of you are too smart for that. Besides, everybody knows the real magic is in the message. Over the years, that message has remained firm, rock solid, reliable. But if I should be so fortunate to be offered a seat at this prestigious table, I believe I have some creative ideas that could make our team stronger than ever. But I'm not about to reinvent the wheel. Over the past 2 years, I've served as accounts leader, working alongside two exceptional women, Sammy Morrison and Olivia. She doesn't need a last name, right? Our closing of the Shenway account alone pushed the firm to the highest closing quarter in our history. Ladies and gentlemen, I still think we can do better. Listen, I know you didn't come in here to have me give an hour-long bullshit pitch, but I do believe there are methods that could be beneficial to company growth. Namely, an appointment of the aforementioned Sammy Morrison and Miss McAllister to overseas posts from which they can guide the growth of our newly formed international divisions. Not only are they the most qualified given their work with me over the past few years, but they are young, strong, intelligent women, signifiers to a changing company dynamic. McAllister, it shouldn't just be a name or a brand. I think it's bigger than that. McAllister Group is an idea, and ideas can change the world. And that is why I'm here today, not just in this room before you, but why I'm a part of this company. Mr. McAllister himself, he allowed me that rarest of things these days, opportunity. So that when a 21-year-old kid could have a chance to forge his own path, not just to personal success, but for success for this firm. Everyone in this room represents so much more than just team members. You're not just colleagues and friends. You're my family. And I fight like hell for my family because I care about where this family goes in the future. And most importantly, that we go there together.
Lights out on Jason. Lights rise on Sammy. She is writing in a notebook as she prepares her pitch.
Ladies and gentlemen of the board. Ladies and gentlemen. Hey there, all you crazy old white men, and you, ma'am. Good afternoon. Oh, I would like to start out by saying thank you to each and every one of you for this treasured opportunity to stand before you today. Oh my God, that is so bad. Oh my God, Samiera, you're gonna get yourself together. You're an advertiser. You tell great lies for a living. Come on, girl. Eyes on the prize. Okay. Good afternoon. I would like to start out by saying thank you.
Blackout. Scene 5, know your competition. Lights transition to Olivia. She is getting dressed to go out. Jason enters.
Good morning.
Where are you going at this hour?
Off to see my father before work.
Oh, foul. That's an unfair advantage.
Please, I see you two chumming it up in his office. Don't think that's gone unnoticed. Happy birthday.
You remembered. It's my day. Have breakfast with me.
I've already eaten.
Then stay and have coffee.
I'll be late.
So be late for once in your wife. Is it a crime that I want you here with me?
I have to get to the office.
Please. It's my birthday. Forget your dad. Let's play hooky.
What do you and my father talk about?
Nothing. Can't you forget for 1 minute about work?
No, I can't, because it's the one thing I do well. Staying home, that was my mother, and we all know how that turned out.
You are not your mother.
Damn right, and I never will be. And she gave up everything at 18 to get married. She wanted to explore the world a little, go to Paris and paint. But Daddy thought it was too frivolous and unseemly, so she gave it up for him. My father wanted her home, so she stayed home. He wanted her to have a baby. She had a baby. Me. The only job she was qualified for was to be the perfect Mrs. McAllister. And she was never happy. Because of that. And after she died, my father made it his mission to blame me for not being the son, the heir he always expected was his right.
Maybe you could make up for it and give him a grandson.
Did you not hear one word I said?
What? It would make him so happy.
Okay, here's the thing. You and I share one thing in common. We love our work. My work is what makes me happy. And like you, I have ambitions.
Well, what would your mother want for you?
Don't even go there.
Would she really want you to throw away any chance for a family?
My family is not the template anyone wants for their life. This conversation is over. I need to go. And don't make plans for tonight. It's your birthday, and I thought we should get together, you, me, and Sammy.
Have you spoken with her?
Have you? She isn't returning my calls, but I figure anything celebrating you might change your mind. You, my dear, are her Achilles heel.
You give me too much credit.
Do I?
Olivia turns and exits. Jason takes out the wedding ring and looks at it as the lights go down. Scene 6, battle for supremacy. Lights transition as Sammy enters. Her cell phone rings. She looks at the screen, turns it off, puts it back in her purse, and exits. Sound of voicemail.
Sammy, I wish you would answer my calls. We need to talk. I miss you. Could you please come over tonight and at least say hello? It's Jason's birthday, and I know he would enjoy seeing you. And I thought, if nothing else, you could come and, I don't know, eat cake. Please.
Lights up on the penthouse apartment. Olivia enters with a small birthday cake and places it on the coffee table. She pours a glass of wine, drinks the entire glass. She surveys the room and exits. Jason enters with his briefcase, sets it down, pours a scotch, drinks it, and pours another. Olivia re-enters with an appetizer tray. Jason samples.
These are good. Did you make them?
I made it to Citrella on my way home.
You look beautiful.
Sammy is on her way over. If you want to change or shower.
For the Olivia McAllister Peace Summit?
For your birthday.
How come Sammy gets caviar and I have to eat cold Chinese? Are you fraternizing with the enemy?
Don't be an asshole.
I was joking. Remember sarcasm?
I remember a lot of things.
Like
how we all used to enjoy being around each other. Remember that? Fun.
What did your father have to say?
I can't get 2 sentences out of him, let alone a conversation. How do you do it?
Do what?
Don't give me that shit. I have eyes. You two have bonded like he's adopting you. What's that all about?
You know what guys are like? They're always comfortable talking to each other.
Something doesn't feel right.
Don't be paranoid.
You want this as badly as I do, but I don't see the push. It's not like you.
Okay. I do want something.
And that is?
Yes, for starters, I would like for us to go back to the way we were. You and me.
I don't know if I even remember those people.
Would this jog your memory?
Jason takes a box out of his jacket pocket and opens it up. It is the large diamond ring.
Jason.
He goes down on one knee.
Will you marry me?
Oh my God, why are you doing this now?
Because I am in love with one Olivia McAllister.
Which one?
The beautiful one standing in front of me.
Why?
Why not?
Because no matter how hard I try, I'm never going to be a housewife.
I don't want that. I want you.
Weren't you the one just telling me I wasn't enough?
You're enough for me.
But not for the McAllister group.
You are ruining the moment.
And that's what I'm saying, Jason. I speak up for myself and I get accused of doing it wrong.
Doorbell rings.
Shit. Can we discuss this later?
You know what? Why don't we just pretend this never happened?
Don't do this.
This is what you want, isn't it?
I never said that.
But it's what you mean, right?
No. It's so typical. Here I am trying to put out a fire and you want to start another blaze and then get upset when I pull the alarm. You want to know what I want? I want us all to play nice tonight. Can you do that for me?
She exits to answer the door. Jason violently throws the ring box and pours a large drink. Sammy enters, followed by Olivia.
Hail, hail, the gang's all here.
Hi, Sam.
Happy birthday. Are you okay?
He's fine.
I guess I'm fine.
Jason, could you get Sammy a drink?
Whatever it is, make it a double.
Take mine. I'll pour another.
Jason hands his drink to Sammy and makes another.
I didn't hear back. I wasn't sure you'd come.
I wasn't sure I would either, but here I am.
So, what's the plan tonight, Olivia dear?
I don't have a plan.
A
Oh,
hostess always has a plan.
and we all know I'm not here for a birthday party. So spill it.
Okay, fine. I want us to figure this out.
Different room, same merry-go-round.
And there's only one brass ring.
Okay, don't you see what's going on here? I know Whitney McAllister better than anyone. Even if he won't say it, he's freaked out that the three of us accomplished something he couldn't do. And now he's running scared, knowing that the new guard is coming in to topple his regime. This is about control.
And we all know Daddy likes being on top.
I think his plan all along was to pit the three of us against one another, hoping we'd eat each other from the inside out. And he was right. Here we are.
So what's the plan?
We control our own destiny, not the Big Bad Boys Club.
I feel like I'm about to get ganged up on.
Well, that depends on what side you're on.
I'm
And
on
there
your
are three.
side.
And there are three sides to this coin right now.
We're not all going to win. So why not vote this out between us?
We don't get a vote. The board does.
And your father.
So we won't give them a choice. We select one of us to present and promote. The other two will accept and back down.
This is bullshit.
It's certainly not business as usual.
We can control the outcome if we stick together. What do you say?
Fine, I'll play. Raise your hand if you want out.
They all take their corners as if readying for a boxing match.
Anyone? Well, this is awkward. What do we do now, Olivia? Draw straws?
That is not gonna happen.
Why? Are you afraid my straw will be bigger than your straw?
Or maybe just Jason's afraid he'll lose to a girl.
Oh, please, let's not bring your feminist I am woman bullshit into this.
Would having one of us in charge be a problem for you?
My ties are in the living room. Clearly, I'm fine with playing second fiddle here, but this is not the 49th floor. I've got the experience. I can handle the boys club. And that is just one more reason for you to back me. I can go in there first, change the game, and make it easier for both of you later.
Yeah, I agree. The club does need to change, but we don't need you. We are more than capable of changing it ourselves.
Just because you want it doesn't mean that it's magically going to happen. The world doesn't work that way.
I am well aware of how the world works because unlike you, I have lived in that world and I've carried many flags into battle. How many have you carried?
Battle? Sammy, you don't even know what this is.
I live it every day.
That is bullshit.
Wait, aren't you the one saying you're Switzerland?
Yeah, and when was the last time Switzerland went to war?
I am not interested in being pulled into someone else's making. The casualty rate is too high.
And this is what I'm saying. You're passive. Your let me hold out to the last minute and then choose shit doesn't work anymore.
Not if you're really serious about this. Are you?
You know what? Before we say anything else we may regret, why don't we just sit down and breathe a little? It's our birthday party, remember? Olivia, these crackers are delicious.
Citrella, try the cheese.
Do I smell a fearful retreat?
You smell common sense, something you seem to be lacking at this moment.
Don't take this the wrong way, Sammy, but your entire career has been about waiting for the right opportunity. You never make a choice, and my back aches from carrying around your indecision.
You confuse indecision with intelligence.
Except on 49, they don't see it as intelligence, they see it as fear. So go ahead, make a choice or don't. I really don't care because no matter what, you are not taking this job from me.
And you're actually threatened by me, aren't you?
I'm not threatened by anything.
It's written all over your face. You're threatened by my confidence, my presence, my magic, my blackness.
Can we not go there?
Don't you dare pull out the race card.
I have to, because the only real difference between the haves and have-nots is opportunity, and we don't get those opportunities.
You standing here says otherwise.
Oh, but I know when my wings are being clipped.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm the one being clipped. Do you know how hard it is to be a white man out there today?
Are you insane? You have seen the boardroom, right?
The fucking white man still runs the world. In a pinch, you can ask one of your buddies for a referral and boom, you have a job. White men are still the goddamn ruling class.
A white man is radioactive today. I'm at the bottom of the bucket thanks to all this diversity, Black Lives Matter crap. I've worked hard for what I've got.
Jesus Christ, no one is saying you haven't. We've all worked to get here.
Fuck, you know what I mean.
I came here to find a way of how we can coexist amicably and respectfully. And you both are trying to discard me.
Oh, that's a lie. You have soared to the top of this company. I mean, look at you. You've done damn well for yourself.
My God, I wish you people would stop saying that.
Now, what did I say?
Oh, you've done well for yourself.
It's the truth.
Do you even understand what you're saying when you say that to a Black woman?
Christ. So this is something else that we have to tap dance around?
It's a fucking compliment. That's what it is.
Yeah, you call me the poor boy from Patterson. What's the difference?
Look, let me be inherently clear. What you mean when you say, I've done well, is that even though your people have made it systemically difficult, almost impossible for my people to receive a top-notch education, secure a job, build wealth, receive healthcare, and live a peaceful life, I should be happy. And because I've overcome all those obstacles, you have the audacity to tell me that I've done well for myself. No, I have not done well. I have survived.
So now we're racist?
Your words, not mine.
Because God forbid if someone challenges you. I mean, now all you have to do is cry microaggression and wham, the canceled train comes crashing into the station.
Maybe you should think twice before you open your mouth.
And maybe you should think twice before using the color of your skin against an ally.
Oh, is that what you are?
I'm not your enemy.
See, this is exactly why neither one of you are ready. Your skin isn't thick enough for the real world. You think anyone gives a shit about your feelings?
Which is why now is the time for change.
A McAllister in charge of McAllister isn't change, it's monarchy.
I couldn't choose who to be born to, and you can't help but hold it against me.
I just asked you to marry me.
You, what?
Before you got here,
You chose to propose now?
he got down on the one knee, the whole marry me shebang.
Yeah, and you flat out rejected me.
And this is why you act like you're fine with everything.
I am.
No, you have some deep-seated problem with who I really am, but yet you have absolutely no fucking problem fucking me for money and position. I'm sure that would make your daughters so proud.
Don't you dare bring them into this.
Hey, somebody's got to think of them. You only cart those kids out when you need sympathy.
Everything I do is for them.
Oh, sure, you're happy to fuck your way to the top. I'm sure that you'll want to screw them too. I mean, you are well on your way to being a regular Donald.
Fuck you, you bitch. Don't you dare.
Oh, okay. I think we're done here.
No, we're not. You don't think I see you two acting all chummy?
We're friends. That's it.
No additional benefits there? You're both really good at working all the angles.
You're paranoid.
I see what I see. You both want to conquer me so you can seize power and prove that you're better than me.
And as long as you play the poor little rich girl routine, I think I am.
Jason's right. You have been playing all sides. Ever wind up on your back?
I don't have to defend myself to you.
Yeah, because you're nothing. You're a pathetic traitor who uses people in order to feel like she belongs somewhere. You abandon your parents in the fucking jungle to prove you're better than them. You've used and discarded whatever goodwill you have here in New York. I mean, it's time to make your next move because I see you for what you are, a lonely, loveless leech.
Good night, people.
Yeah,
Amy starts to exit. Olivia approaches, but Jason stops her.
that's right. Walk away.
Let it go, Olivia.
I know about your little late night chats with Jason.
Oh, you do you?
We are friends.
With a very clear agenda. Pretend to care about Olivia so you can infiltrate and position yourself. Sammy, you taught me that to survive in the world, I just have to be just like you, a cutthroat bitch. So what is it? Do you want to conquer Jason too?
No, you sure as hell don't want to go there.
Oh, honey, I'm already there.
Olivia, there is nothing between Sammy and I.
Oh, did I touch a nerve? Is that it?
Just sit down.
Don't touch me. We might as well get all the dirty laundry out on the line. Answer me. Do you want Jason?
Good night.
You need to stop.
Come on, Sammy, you're the self-proclaimed warrior.
Oh, shut up, Olivia.
I said answer me. Do you want to fuck Jason?
No, Olivia, I don't want it because I already had it. I fucked him. Is that what you're gonna hear? I fucked him long and hard, and it was fabulous. And now it's over.
It didn't mean anything.
When?
Before you. So if anyone is going to claim him, perhaps it should be me. But then again, it didn't mean anything. Right, Jason? And now, if you'll excuse me.
Sammy, wait, just...
Let her go. She's not worth it.
Sammy walks towards the door. She's about to walk out the open door when she stops herself. She turns around and stormily heads towards Olivia. She stands face to face, as close as possible.
You ungrateful little cunt. If your father was half the man my father is, you would have matured into an actual human being instead of a feral animal you became. No wonder your mother killed herself.
Sammy, don't.
Oh, I don't have to answer to you, Jason. She had an asshole for a husband and you for a daughter. That would drive anyone to suicide.
My mother. That's the stone you want to throw.
You have the balls to bring my parents into the ring when your own shiny glass house is standing there waiting for the stones.
You know nothing about what my mother went through, and you certainly have no idea the sacrifices we all make to be a member of this family.
Oh, please, you're just words with no substance. An empty can just rattling down the hill, just making a whole lot of noise.
Yeah, my family's fucked up. Yeah, my mother took her life. This is not a life. I have her fucking disease. You know how many days I want to follow in her footsteps? It would be so easy to step off the ledge just like she did and splatter myself onto Park Avenue.
What's stopping you?
I don't know. Maybe because I'd probably fail at that too. Daddy's big disappointment.
Olivia sits on the sofa.
He doesn't think that.
Oh. Really? Am I enough, Jason? Am I?
You alone control that perception.
You're joking, right? You gaslighting motherfucker. You decided yourself that I'm not enough for the company, only enough to be a goddamn housewife. You fucking just said that. Those are your words. So how about you, Sammy? Am I good enough?
No, you're not enough, Olivia. You pretend to be in control, but you're just a chess piece for everyone to play with when they need it.
I am nobody's pawn.
Oh, guess again. You've been used by Jason.
Hey, you don't speak for me.
You've been used by the company, and you're being used by your own father.
Olivia, please.
Oh, tell me I'm wrong. You want me to make a choice. Isn't that what you said? What's the problem now?
I don't have a problem. I never had a problem.
I'm sorry. Now you don't have a problem. A few minutes ago, you had a laundry list.
I swear this is exactly what I was talking about. But I'm used to discussing differences without it turning into some...
Into what? Please enlighten us, you testosterone-fueled wisdom.
Why are we doing this?
Because maybe it's the game we're supposed to play. Isn't that what you want? Chips on the table? Winner takes it all?
Yeah, and the losers?
Oh, since when does the closer care about collateral damage?
I'm not as heartless as your father.
Not yet.
I'm just trained to fight. Okay? It's who I am.
Why are you allowed to fight for what you want and we're not?
I don't know. I didn't make the rules.
All the rules can go fuck themselves.
They sit for a moment in silence. Sammy begins to collect her things.
Well, as lovely as this evening has been, it's time for me to go.
You can't leave things like this.
Oh, but I can, because I'm making a choice. I have a pitch in the morning and I need to wash the stench of battle off my body. Thank you very much for an informative meeting. And for the record, you did have a friend, Olivia, one who loved you for you, not your fancy pedigree. Good night. Oh, and Jason.
With her hands, she grabs a huge piece out of the cake.
Happy birthday.
Shoving cake into her mouth, Sammy exits.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you love me, or was I just a weight at the top?
Olivia, can we not discuss this right now? I mean,
I need to know where I stand.
you know how I feel about you.
You actually never said it. So how do you feel about me, Jason? You care more about me or the climb?
This is ridiculous.
Wow. Cleared that right up. Happy birthday.
Olivia exits to the bedroom.
Come on, Liv, don't go. Olivia? Jesus, are you gonna make me sit out here by myself, or can you please come back so we can talk about this like adults? God damn it, Olivia, come back here. Listen, I said some things tonight, but you said some things too, and I'm sure we both got carried away, but I'm sure we didn't mean what we said. I want to talk about this. I want to fix this. I want to move on, and I know that that's what you want too.
Jason crawls on the floor looking for the ring.
All right, fine. You don't want to talk to me? Don't. But maybe you should consider that this is exactly the behavior I was talking about. You are just proving my point, and I have never wanted to be more wrong in my life. So I'm going now. Okay? Look, I get that I fucked up, and I really am gonna go, but could you maybe leave a suitcase of my clothes downstairs with the front desk? I could really use some clean underwear. Okay. Talk to you later.
Jason puts the ring in his pocket and exits. Olivia enters. She opens the front door, sees that Jason is not there. She closes the door, leans against it, sinks to the floor, and screams. Scene 7, know your objective. Lights transition to Jason pacing the hallways outside the boardroom, wearing the rumpled clothes from last night. Sammy enters, notes in hand. Their eyes meet with what could be a standoff.
Sammy,
Jason,
on your way to the execution?
I guess they saved the best for last. All those check boxes.
I instantly regretted saying that, and
The truth can be harsh.
look, I think things may have gotten out of hand last night, okay? Some things were said.
Things were definitely said.
You know I respect your work. I respect you.
Why are
Maybe
you here? To deliver a mea culpa? Because you're doing a shitty job.
I don't know. I still think I deserve this. And I know I shouldn't ask, but could you please put in a good word for me in there?
You're joking, right?
Strictly business.
Always business. My biggest personality flaw. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Wait. What if I said I had some information that would help us?
Ah, there's the us again.
Olivia was never in the running.
And how do you know this?
I heard it from the horse's mouth.
Mr. McAllister?
Yes. He feels strongly that the shareholders would not respond positively to Olivia in a leading role.
The shareholders or Whitney?
There's no difference. He controls everyone around them. She wants change, and that scares the hell out of him.
And so how does this relate to us?
I love Olivia. But marriage, that wasn't my idea.
Go on.
We had an arrangement, and he gave me this to give to her.
Jason takes out the ring and hands it to Sammy.
If I married his daughter and kept her in line, he would consider my promotion. Look at the inscription.
Oh my God. And you went along with this?
Didn't have a choice.
You've been had.
No. Look, if we let things proceed the way that Whitney wants, we keep the team strong. This is the way he wants it. Nobody gets hurt.
Oh, get out of my way, please.
Amy, I don't want you going in there feeling betrayed, because in spite of everything, I will always...
Oh, shh. You said enough. Now I'm going to go in there to close the deal because that's what I do.
Sammy exits into the boardroom.
God damn it.
Jason paces. Olivia enters with a suitcase. He sees her.
Hey.
Hey, I packed some things for you.
Aren't you thoughtful?
Don't start with me, Jason.
For Christ's sakes, I can't do anything right with you, can I?
There's clean underwear in there. Is Sammy...
Just walked into the snake pit.
We're fucked, aren't we?
It would appear so.
Great. And now we wait.
The lights once again shift to the bright lights of the boardroom. Olivia and Jason sit down on opposite sides of the stage to watch and wait. Sammy's pitch. Sammy enters and casually talks to the other board members.
Hey, Charlie. How's that beautiful wife of yours? Hey, tell them next time I see you two, drinks are on me. Margaret, I love that article. Good
Sammy
job.
confidently takes her place. She looks at her notes.
Good afternoon. I would like to start by saying thank you. Good afternoon.
Sammy looks at her notes again and then tosses them to the side.
Today, I'm going to give you something rarely given in this fabulous world of big business. A gift. It's something we all strive for, dread, evade, falsify, and often deny. But is always there no matter who you are, and we can't change it. Today, because I really care about this company, all of you, and especially my team, I will give you the gift of truth. Jason Tomaso, Olivia McAllister, and myself, Sammy Etta Morrison. What makes this trio so special? The answer is easy. We worked as equals, shared responsibility and accountability. What one person lacked, the others had, and we watched each other's back. And we actually liked working with each other. But I promised you the truth. We are all driven motherfuckers, money-driven motherfuckers. Greed is good for business. And once the three of us saw how profitable we could be if we worked together, it was game on. And look at what we've achieved. This tiny but powerful trio, this holy trinity is the future of the McAllister Group. And if I'm going to be honest, I think that two of you here should relinquish your own seats to this board and pass it on to our team. Any takers? No, I didn't think so. But instead, you, Whitney McAllister, started the corporate Squid Games. And for what? Why would you break up a team that brought you the highest paying and most lucrative client the McAllister Group has ever seen? Together, we created something special. And what was your response? Yes, offering a partnership to one of the three and leaving the other twos out in the cold. The truth? Your offer is reprehensible. It's petty. It's like you threw a piece of scrap to well-dressed stray dogs and locked them in a pit for them to fight among themselves for it. Well, we all deserve better. And shame on you for the mess you created. Yeah. Sometimes the truth hurts. But hang on, baby, because the filter has come off. And I stand here before you now to tell you that the McAllister way doesn't work in the 21st century. The tactic is obsolete, archaic, and we're on to you. So what do you do now? As a last-ditch effort, you could choose to make Jason partner. He fits into your mold, and you can control him. But I know Jason, and no matter how much he thinks he wants to be in your club, he doesn't belong there. He's too kind for you. So with Jason out, you have Olivia to make partner. Your only daughter, which would make sense. Only it would have been so much easier if she were a man. Then you wouldn't have this pesky humiliation to deal with. But I'm going to let you in on a big secret. Olivia is just as smart, conniving, and cunning as her father, and beautiful to boot. Like Jason, you would be able to use her insecurities to control her. Good for you, bad for business. And then there is me. Well, I refuse to sing and dance for you. You all know what I've done, and I don't need your applause. But today, we are being truthful, and I will state the truth. Change is hard. But for change to happen, we all must first take a hard look at ourselves. And I think many of you wouldn't like what you see, so you close your eyes, and this prevents you from seeing the obvious. Truth, diversity is profitable. Did you know ethnically and culturally diverse companies were 43% more likely to see way above average profits, showing a significant correlation between diversity and performance? And I know you don't care about people, but money talks. McAllister needs these markets, or you will leave a huge portion of profits on the floor. But you shot yourself in the foot by destroying this fantastic trio, your cash cow. Instead of feeding it, you destroyed it. And now, my friends, you are left with nothing. You can consider this my resignation. I don't want to be a part of a family that eats its youngest and brightest. Truth, you get what you deserve. I say farewell, and I wish you all the best of luck on any and all future endeavors.
Lights fade out on the boardroom. Scene 8, you can't please everyone. Lights fade up on the hallway where Olivia and Jason have been waiting. They stand as Sammy turns to them.
Well,
How did it go?
It's done.
What's done?
Someone had to shoot the horse. The leg was broken, so I put the poor animal out of her misery.
what the hell are you talking about?
I quit.
I'm sorry.
What?
I quit. Resign. Hasta la vista, baby.
Sammy, turn your video on.
How could you just throw in the towel without talking to us first?
That is literally what we've been doing all week. We see how that worked out.
Did they say anything about who?
I just told you I'm leaving, and that's the first thought you have?
You wanted that position.
So did you.
Sammy, you can't do this. I won't let you.
You won't let me? It's done.
No, Olivia, maybe this is for the best. Just keep telling yourself it's business, not personal.
Oh, shove it up your mailroom ass, you self-righteous fuck. Sammy, don't leave me alone. Please, I need you now more than ever.
It's over.
Don't let the game bring you down because, God, you are the strongest woman I know.
Just stop! This strong Black woman perception that you have of me, it's a mess. I'm just like everybody else. The difference is I've been pushed down so many times by people like you that I'm able to see it and feel it, acknowledge it, and move the fuck on. It's not strength you see, it's finding power in spite of the pain. I've thought about this. The only way to win this game is not to play at all.
So you're just gonna give up? Listen to me, we can do this together because I refuse to roll over and just die to prove my father right.
Oh, please. You said it last night. Your father is the puppet master here. There is not one move that we've made that he didn't orchestrate.
No, we did this and we can fix it. We're a team.
Oh, wake up, Olivia. There has never been a team. Right, Jason? Are you going to tell her or should I?
Tell her what?
No, Sammy.
For once, be the man that you say you are.
Jason, what is she talking about?
Did you take a good look at the ring? Because if you did,
It's your mother's.
How did you get my mother's ring?
you or me, Jason.
Your father gave it to me after the pitch to Shenwei. He wanted a successor. He pulled me aside, gave me the ring, and he told me if I would take the hand of his daughter, if I married you.
What he's trying to say is, if Jason obeyed orders, partner would be his. Life is perfect. Only you didn't play the game.
I don't understand.
You were chattel. Men have been doing this to their daughters for centuries.
Well, it's not like that. Your father just
So then it's true.
No. I didn't know I wanted to marry you, but then after
You didn't know until you found out the value of my dowry.
we can work this out. Affirmative action over here, just quit.
Fuck you, Jason.
And Sammy, you knew about this and said nothing.
Oh, I'm not the one with my head buried in her legacy.
No, you just conveniently shift with the wind until you can seize what you want.
Nobody wins here. Open your eyes. They never wanted any of us. Your father saw his way in and you fell for it.
You are not an innocent bystander here.
You have no idea of how hard I worked to keep this team together.
Oh yeah, here comes Switzerland.
You two are fucking out of your minds. I was the glue, and there is no coming back from this. So just let things fall. God has spoken.
Olivia, this is our chance. Look, we're home free.
Oh my God. Would you listen to yourself?
It ain't over until it's over.
Your daughters will be so proud.
Look, you threw in the towel. You do not get a vote, and you certainly don't have the right to judge me. Everything I did for them.
No, well, let me ask you. If you could change anything, if even for 1 second you looked at us as though we were your daughters, would you have done anything different? Look, too much has been said, and I care for both of you. I do. But for now, I don't know. Good luck.
Sammy exits.
Now what?
What the fuck were you thinking?
I was thinking of my kids.
Stop using those poor girls as a shield. You did this. You had a choice.
What choice did I have? This is the only job I know. And the boss man says dance.
I know, you dance. Look, it's no secret I don't want to get married, but would you really have gone through with this?
Yes, because I love you.
No, you don't. Sammy's right. You know, the only way to survive this is to abandon the sinking ship. I gotta get out of here. Maybe you should think about it too.
I can't quit. Let's just make this work. You and me.
No, there is no you and me. There never was.
None of this changes my feelings for you.
A week ago, I would have known what you're talking about. But today, I just feel pity for you.
If I don't get this, like, how am I supposed to look my little girls in the eye and tell them that daddy failed? Like, the schools I promised aren't going to happen. The new, better life they deserve isn't happening because of yet another colossal fuck up by their father. If I walk away, what do I have?
The girls are stronger than you give them credit for.
You really think they're going to pass on us? I mean, you don't think there's at least just a chance that maybe...
You can sit here and wait for the decision if you'd like, but I am going to gracefully make my exit while I still have a shred of dignity left.
Is it too late to tell you that I love you? Please.
Jason takes the ring out of his breast pocket.
I never meant to hurt you.
But you did.
Olivia takes the ring.
Wherever you end up, you're gonna kill it.
You're goddamn right I am. Goodbye.
Olivia puts the ring on her right finger and exits. Jason sits alone.
Go be great.
Lights transition. Scene 9, closing the deal. Olivia, Jason, and Stammy step into their own light as in the prologue and address the audience.
Immediately following Sammy's pitch, the board voted unanimously to promote Stan as the new partner.
Feet. He is everything the McAllister group could want.
Oh, he's flavorless
Obvious.
and never rocks the boat.
Afterwards, the golden team of Sammy, Jason, and Olivia were summoned to the head office.
And were promptly accused of disrupting the calm waters that has been the bedrock of the company for 40 uneventful years.
Sammy had already made her intentions known.
Jason reluctantly offered his resignation.
And Olivia stated she would immediately step down and allow the president,
Daddy,
to run the business into the ground in his own archaic way.
Offices were packed.
Officials escorted us unceremoniously down the elevators, through the lobby, and out onto Madison Avenue.
we remain professional to the end.
No salting of the earth.
Olivia looks at them and exits.
No tantrums.
Sammy looks and exits.
And no burnt bridges.
Jason looks to see he is alone as the lights transition. Epilogue. 2 weeks later, on to the next project. Olivia's penthouse apartment. Doorbell rings.
It's open. The bags are in the hallway.
Sammy enters. She has a shopping bag. She sets it down. Olivia enters.
Sammy, I didn't expect to see you this morning.
Are you going somewhere?
After everything, I thought it might be healthy for me to get away by myself for a bit. Alone. Can you believe it?
Can I ask where to?
I rented an apartment in Paris. I thought I would go there for a while, eat carbs, speak French, paint, do the things my mother never got to do.
Mhm. Have you spoken to Jason since?
Have you? Sammy, about what happened.
I didn't come here to rehash the past.
But what you did in that boardroom.
I just spoke the truth. And those corporate blockheads couldn't handle it. We were set up to fail.
Are we, I don't know, good?
The Wesley girls are always fine. When I'm settled, you can come visit me in Nigeria.
Nigeria?
I'm heading to the airport from here. My parents opened a center there. Don't get me wrong. I love me some New York, but here, I'm just tired of explaining myself.
Sammy looks out the window.
City? It looks like a giant fucking ant farm.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Okay, look, I need to get out of here. But before I left the country, I wanted to give you something.
Sammy, you didn't have to.
I know I didn't, but I did anyway. So shut up and take it.
I'm gonna miss you.
Stop before you make me start feeling things. Just promise me you will grab life by the balls and maybe a Parisian or two.
I'll try my best.
Good girl. Now I have to be going. British Airways waits for no one, and I need time to shop at duty free. This is goodbye, my dear. And if you talk to Jason, tell him Sammy Miami wishes him nothing but the best.
Sammy exits. Olivia takes a moment before opening the gift. It is a coffee pot. She reads the card.
Dearest Olivia, no matter how powerful you get running the world, remember one thing. You'll always need strong coffee. Love, Sammy.
Olivia tucks the card in her purse, grabs her coat, and exits. A moment later, she re-enters, picks up the coffee pot, and exits as the lights of the New York skyline twinkle brightly and then fade to black. End of play. Come on, cast, come on back and take a bow.
Audience, you may unmute to applaud if you like.
Well done.
Michael, you should come on as well.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody so much for powering this out with us.